Hey all, this is Always Plays That, and these are the 5 facts about the Devil May Cry series you probably didn't know about. Fact number 1. Dante is actually both left and right-handed, as you have already seen him use Rebellion, which is his most stock sword, with his both hands. Not like both hands individually, but he holds the sword with both hands and at the same time. We have seen him use Vergil's Yamato with his right hand, and even pretty closely effective to Vergil's moves. Dante is the only character in all of the Devil May Cry series who has used over 12 plus devil arms, and that used by both of his arms. Talking about Nero, he's a very Nero character in the story, featured in only 2 games, Devil May Cry 4 and 4 Special Edition. Yeah, he is to be published in the Devil May Cry 5 game later in the future. He used his gun with his left arm, not because he has a demon arm in the right, but he is left-handed. And his sword is also a left-waved sword. Vergil, Nero, and all of the leading characters in Devil May Cry are indeed badass, as they seem to be. But Dante is the most of them all. So moving on to the next fact. The first Devil May Cry game was not actually Devil May Cry, but it was supposed to be released as Resident Evil 4. But later that release year, conflicts about Umbrella and story malfunction rose, and that game was shut down, and that conflict was actually concluded in Biohazard, and hence the other game's name, Biohazard 4, right. There are a lot of no. All of the references in Resident Evil 4 are taken from Devil May Cry's first game. If you think deeper, Dante's hair is actually Leon's hair, and Dante was supposed to be Leon in Biohazard 4, whereas Vergil was supposed to be Wesker. Seems legit, eh? Well, it is all true. If you dig pretty deep, you'll find all the references in the game similar. Even the enemies and the crawlers, all the zombies and the bosses are actually referenced to the first Devil May Cry game. So, Devil May Cry later turned out to be a standalone game by itself by Capcom, and actually covered 7 games of its own series, and performed very well in the market, even better than Resident Evil itself. Fact number 3. Yes, it is true, Vergil is Nero's father, and it has been confirmed in comic conference held by Capcom and the Devil May Cry comic revealers about Nero's character, and they concluded that Vergil is indeed Nero's true father. Now how is this possible? This is where the spoiler part comes in. In the upcoming game Devil May Cry 5, which is featuring Nero as its main character, there is a scene in the teaser trailer where someone cuts off Nero's devil's side forearm. It's none other than Vergil himself. Vergil, being father of Nero, is not either affectionate of Nero or might be some sort of storyline trailers won't bring to us. But shortly, yes, Vergil is Nero's true father. And in Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, some cutscenes were specially co-designed to Vergil's appearances towards Nero. This was to those players who played Devil May Cry 4 Special Editions deeply. But for now, we keep getting notes about Vergil and Nero. Moving on to the next fact, Nero is not a Nephilim like Dante or Vergil. First of all, what is a Nephilim? It is a term used for children of a demon with an angel. Practically, Nephilim has demonic powers as well as angelic powers too. Dante's father Sparda was a demon and his mother was an angel. As they had 2 children, Dante and Vergil, they were the first Nephilims. Nero is not a Nephilim, he's just half demon and half human, more like a hybrid. Nero is not a Nephilim because his father, Vergil, has more character of his father Sparda and hence demonic, but Nero's mother, who I'm not going to spoil of, is human and dies in the upcoming Devil May Cry 5 game. Know that. Just because Nero is not a Nephilim and just a half demon, he cannot wield Dante's devil arms ever. He can use the Yamato, which is wielded by Vergil, flawlessly, as shown in Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, but Nero cannot wield Dante's devil arms. But Nero is still stronger than Vergil, but not than Dante. Moving on to the last fact, The last appearance of Nightmare was the hardest fight in Devil May Cry DMC. Firstly, who am I talking about? He's sort of like a ninja who first appears in mission 13 of Devil May Cry and runs away after getting beaten by Dante. He then appears later again, but his third appearance happens in the last second mission right before the final boss Mundus. Now there are 3 of those nightmares, and this time they don't just run away, they fight till they die. And this fight is actually the hardest fight in DMC Devil May Cry, even harder than the final boss fight in the end of the game. In the Hell and Hell mode, this fight actually took 2 gold orbs for even the pros to fight it fully. For instance, you guys can find out who the Nightmare is in the end of the video, so keep an eye out for that. And this is it for it, guys, and just enjoy the pro gameplay because it's done by me, and peace out everybody.